you've taken classes with me, you know that I love a theme in a yoga class, especially when I do yoga teacher trainings. I always talk about theme. I like classes to have a message and a takeaway. But sometimes you just need the movement to be the medicine. Sometimes we just want to get out of our heads and just like move it through us. I like to say like the issues are in our tissues, and sometimes you just need to move the shit out. When there's a lot of emotions going, we just need to sometimes move them out of our bodies. That's what emotions are. It actually comes from the Latin e movere, which means energy in motion. That's what emotions are. They're energy in motions. It's just energy that needs to move through us. I've been having a pretty emotional fucking year, but particularly a couple days have been really challenging, and I'm not here with a theme. I'm just like, I need to move. I need to stretch. I need to let things out and let things go. So come to your mat. Let's lie down. This is totally old school, Lauren. I always used to start my classes this way, guys. On the mat. Give yourself a hug. Just get here. Land. We need this. Just get here. Not only are we going to let the emotions move through us, but we're also, going to just breathe and give ourselves permission to step away from all that shit that's going on externally, maybe internally for a moment, and just be here on the mat. The yoga mat can be such a sacred space, right? Give yourself permission to come to this sacred space like a temple where everything just feels pure. That's better. Exhale. Again. Stretch your right leg out. Hug your left leg in. Think about making space in the sartorius, the hip flexor, where the leg meets the body. So I like to inhale, and as I exhale, imagine like the space is drawing down away from me. Just softening that hip flexor. If it's giving you a lot of feedback, it's because it's tight. After my 200-hour yoga teacher training, which was 16 years ago, I ended up backpacking the world by myself for 2 years. I went to 26 countries, hundreds of cities. I stayed in so many hostels. I must have shared a bedroom with like hundreds of people in that time. Wow, weird. Let's slowly switch. Hug the right knee in, kick the left leg out. And I always used to travel with a yoga mat. I was traveling out of a backpack, right? But I always had a yoga mat. It was purple. And I remember my mat was just like this home, this sacred space to me. Whenever I needed to get away from it all, I would just like go into child's pose on this yoga mat, and I instantly felt safe. It was the same mat. You know what? It probably wasn't the same mat I did my training with. I want to say it was. Same color, anyway. But it was just this like sacred space for me, And I think it's really beautiful to have these pockets in our home or out of our home where you can just feel 100% safe, secure, and like you're getting space from the rest of your life, like you're getting space from everything externally and internally that's going on. Literally like a temple. I visited temples of all kinds all over the world, from, Duomos, beautiful churches in Europe and Italy, and sacred Hindu temples in Bali, to monasteries, and Buddhist temples in Thailand, all over the world. Bring 2 knees in. And synagogues. I've been to mosques in Turkey and Morocco. Hug your knees. Circle the knees in one direction. And then switch. And one thing I can say is whenever you walk into a space of worship, like walking into any temple, there's a feeling of purity in it, a feeling of specialness, an energy that I can't quite put my finger on. You know, if you're religious, you might say this is the energy of God or it's godliness. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Take a figure 4 stretch for a moment. And I can't venture to put a word on that feeling, but it's the feeling of a temple. And I wonder if we can create that feeling on our yoga mats. Today is an effort to do that. Let it become a temple on this sacred 6 by 2 foot space you're laying on right now. We need this. Gently switch your legs. So left crosses over the right in a figure 4. Try to flex your left foot. And breathe. Gently release, give yourself a big hug. And slowly start to make your way to seated. I'm gonna rock my way up. If you wanna go any other way, you know, fold to one side, slowly climb, whatever. Cross your legs. I'm gonna scooch back. Walk your hands forward, still stretching out the back of those hips, right? Issues in the tissues, and often when we're stressed, the hips are so tight. Hips and shoulders are where we carry stress. And the kind of stress you're experiencing sometimes will dictate where you're feeling that tightness. So things like financial stress, stress about life situation where you're living, like root chakra stuff where you're living, your home space, maybe job stress, that sometimes comes with hips. And if you feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, again, that's also could be a different kind of job stress, but if you feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, often the shoulders will get tense. But, you know, we can carry stress in different places. Some people hold everything in their jaw. Let's slowly come up. I'm going to take a gentle twist. So inhale, reach the arms up. I'm twisting towards the right leg because my right leg is crossed in front. Look behind you. Just easing into it. Look forward, come around, switch the cross of your legs. We'll start this time with a twist. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, twist out. I actually yawn a lot when I practice. I'm teaching, so now I'm crying. I don't yawn quite as much when I'm teaching because I'm focused, but sometimes when I'm practicing and I start to relax, I yawn, and turns out the yawn when you practice yoga is just your jaw releasing. It's like a natural kind of response to, I'm doing it again. Oh, that feels so much better. The body releasing. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come around. Sometimes I feel bad because when I go to other people's yoga classes, I'm yawning all the time, and I'm like, oh, I hope they don't think I'm bored. But if you're yawning, just let it come out. That's a good thing. It means you're stretching your jaw and you're releasing something. Slowly walk your hands back. Come onto all fours. Let's take cat and cow. Knees underneath shoulders, hands underneath hips. Guys, this is such an OG practice for me. This is like literally how I used to start all my classes. Inhale, arch the back, lift the heart. Exhale, round. Now it's interesting that I somehow just, when feeling stressed and overwhelmed, defaulted to familiar. Sometimes that's a good thing, right? Sometimes familiar can feel like comfort, but sometimes it makes us stuck in our patterns. So just be aware of that. Are you doing familiar because it's comforting and you need that right now, or are you doing familiar because you're defaulting to old ways? Food for thought. Find a neutral spine, tuck the toes, let's hover the knees for a couple of breaths. If you hate this, so do I, but I'm just trying to warm up a little bit. And slowly make your way to downward facing dog. If you're cold like me, keep your knees bent. But start to feel that stretch in the back of the legs, but also the whole back. The arms, the shoulders. Maybe as you breathe, your hips will lift higher. Maybe you can start to press the thighs back. Just listen to your breath on this temple of your mat. Let it calm you. And now let's move. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, tiptoe your feet to your hands. Hang for a moment. Sway from side to side or hold your opposite elbows just for a moment. Shake out the head, no and yes. And then inhale, roll your body up slowly, one vertebra at a time. Let the head be the last thing to come up. Let's immediately start moving. Inhale. Arms reach up, look up. Exhale to dive forward. Inhale, lengthen the back. Exhale, plank. Chaturanga, full up dog right away. Exhale, downward facing dog. Sorry, I think my necklace is hitting this mic. I'm just gonna move it for you. There we go. Three breaths here. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or float your feet to your hands. Lengthen as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Root and rise. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Already it feels good to start moving. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath. Inhale. Exhale. Feels so good. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or float your feet to your hands. Lengthen, firm thighs, Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale. Exhale, belly to thighs, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, rise tall, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plank, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, bring the knee to the belly, to the chest. Look forward, plant the foot. Let's inhale up to a lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Hold it. Get low and deep into those legs, but keep firming the lower belly, keep pulling up pelvic floor. Inhale, hands down, plank. Let's hold it. Press the ground away from you, dome the shoulders, pull in the belly, pull up the thighs, you're strong. Chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, one breath. Inhale, left leg lifts, step it through. Inhale, arms reach for a lunge. Exhale, hold your warrior two. Pivot your feet as you need to. Strength. Big breath in. Exhale, hands down. Step back to plank. Hold it. Somehow this helps feel better when you feel strong, when you feel empowered, when you get out of your head and do something challenging. We got this. Woo, not easy. 2 more breaths. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or jump your feet to your hands, lengthen the back as you inhale, and fold as you exhale. Root and rise, inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Right knee lifts. Move through warrior 3. Topple forward. Arms forward, slowly bend your knee. Hold it. Plant your foot. Come into a lunge. Warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, wiggle your back foot in, sass your back hip up like you're salsa dancing, reach forward, extend the arms for triangle pose. Hold it. Open both hips, open your chest, firm the legs, right? My arm here is not supporting me. It's just for balance, the lower arm. Inhale, slowly come up. Exhale, bend the front knee. You can extend your stance again if you need to. Let's take it into Parsva Konasana, so forearm to the thigh, arm over the ear, or you can put your hand down to the outside or the inside of your leg. Long line from back pinky toe to front pinky finger. Slowly hands down, downward facing dog. You can take a vinyasa if you want to, plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Oh wait, we'll hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Walk or hop your feet to your hands. Lengthen the back as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Root and rise, inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart, left side immediately. Left knee lifts. On your exhale, topple forward, warrior 3, and then bend your leg and hold it. Bend the right leg. Hips are facing the ground, arms are facing out in front of you. Back glute lifts the back leg. And then slowly bend the knee deeper, plant your foot down, reach the arms up for a lunge. Warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Sass the back hip up like you're dancing. You can shorten your stance if you need to. Reach, reach, reach forward, tilt the shoulders, look up. Keep breathing. If your mind starts to wander, you just listen to your breath. Inhale up. Exhale, bend the knee for Parsva Konasana, extended side angle pose. Forearm to your thigh or to the ground, arm alongside the ear. Make a diagonal line all the way across your body. Slowly plant the left hand down. I'm going to do a vinyasa. You can go straight to downward dog or move with me. You know what we haven't done in any of these online classes? Tree pose, Vrikshasana. So bend the knees, look forward, walk or float your feet to your hands, lengthen them back as you inhale, fold to exhale, inhale, rise, exhale, hands to heart. I'm going to face you. Doesn't matter which leg you start, we're going to go one leg to the other. So bend your knee and then open the hip, and then place your foot to the inside of your leg, hands to heart. If you have balance, you can bring your arms up. Firm the standing leg. If your foot starts slipping, it's because you're not using the thigh of the standing leg. You really have to suck the thighs up like you're wearing Spanx. Men, if you don't know what Spanx are, imagine you're putting on muscle long underwear. Compression pants. Oop. Apparently mine are not on today. Gently release. Whoop. Take the other side. Bend the knee, open the hip, find your leg. Now, I'm putting my foot in my thigh crease, but you actually don't have to. You can have your foot on the ground like this if you're learning balance, or today's not a good balancing day for you. You can also have it on the shin, or you can have it on the thigh, up to you. Just please make sure your foot's not touching your knee. That's pretty dangerous. On the knee, we don't want that to happen. Breathe. Oop. We're slipping today, that's okay. All the distractions, right? Slowly bring the knee forward, let the leg go. Let's take a vinyasa to get to the ground. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward. Lengthen as you inhale. Plank to exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees on the mat. If you need extra cushion, you can double your mat and fold it. Knees under the shoulders, feet right behind the knees. Modified camel, put your hands on your hips or your sacrum, zip the belly in and up, pull up your pelvic floor, roll the shoulders back, lift your heart. Now I can tell you, when I'm feeling shitty, doing camel pose for me sucks. I'm like, oh, it's so vulnerable. Oh, I feel so uncomfortable. Remember, we're in a temple, so just breathe. You're safe here. Slowly come up. Here's something I also rarely do. Let's do the counter pose to camel, which is rabbit. In Bikram yoga, oh, we're not supposed to say his name. We do this all the time. So hold the heels, put your head on the ground, and then you start to lift your hips. I'm not doing a very good example of this right now, but the hips would lift all the way. Slowly come back up. Let's go for another round of Ustrasana camel. I'm still going to do a baby camel with my hands on my hips. If you want to grab for your ankles, like this one, go for it. But I'm not naturally very bendy in my back, and when I'm feeling vulnerable, I don't really want to go into full camel. It's scary, but I do want to stretch the front of my body, so let's do that. You have to be honest with yourself and trust yourself. Listen to what your body needs, but also move the energy out. Let's inhale, slowly come up. Sit down and open your legs wide. I'll face you. Upavista Konasana. You know, I think we did this recently together. Just open your legs wide, walk your hands forward. I'm working through an adductor and hamstring injury, so this is about as far as I can go, but if you want to splat down, you know, go for it. The issues are in the tissues, and wouldn't you know it? The year that I've barely been home, that I've been struggling with where to be, where do I belong? I hurt my hamstring. Total root chakra stuff. But yeah, sometimes we just need to move it out of us. Let the energy move. Let's
take a stretch. So I like to put my like hand on my hip here and then stretch over to the side. If you can't reach for your toes, just put your hand on your head and cradle it. Try not to collapse. We want to keep a long back, long sides. Inhale slowly up. Exhale other side. Inhale slowly up. One last time to center. Walk the hands back. Put your hands underneath your knees. Straighten your legs out in front of you for Paschimottanasana, a forward fold. If you like to move the flesh away from your sitting bones, if you have a fleshy bum, you can. So you're just on those ischial tuberosities, the ischies, I like to call them, the bony protrusions in the back of the pelvis. Inhale, lift your arms up, and then exhale, fold. I'm going to take a yin version of this, so my knees are soft, hands can be face up or down. I'm really rounding my upper back. We're not going to hold this for very long. Just to breathe and let it go, let it out. Reconnect to this feeling of being in a temple. The breath is the only sound in your mind. Spacious and pure. Inhale, walk your hands under your shoulders and slowly roll your body up. Bend your knees. Give yourself a hug. Maybe you want to give each knee a little kiss. Lift your heels up, walk your toesies back, and then just trust that everything's going to be okay. Trust that you're going to land safely. And then let yourself fall back into the unknown. Happy baby, Ananda Balasana. Hold the outsides of your feet. Rock and roll around here like a little cute baby. And then find some stillness. Letting the knees sink to the outsides of the armpits. Letting your breath be the only noise in your head. And then slowly release. Constructive rest pose for a moment. So we just bend the knees, place the feet on the ground. Palms down by our sides. And then very gently straighten your legs. Turn your palms to face up and lay in Shavasana. As you lay here, I want to sing you a song. This is from Beautiful Chorus. If you're on one of my playlists, you can take that as well. You know, you can change it to a beautiful chorus, the song. But just lay here and listen. I have everything I need. I am who I want to be. I am who I want to be. I have everything I need. I am who I want to be. I am who I want to be. I have everything I need. I am who I want to be. I am who I want to be. Please lay in this temple, in your sacred space, on your mat. Stay here as long as you like. And I pray for you that you feel just even a tiny bit better than you did before you started on this mat today. Thank you so much for being here with me. I love you. Namaste.